Looks like everybody's ready for that Wolfer Power Hour. We took a day off yesterday. It was unfortunate. There was nothing I could do about it. I got obligations, man. Don't be mad at the kid. We did take a loss, actually. I had literally the worst stop out in the history of stop outs. I got stopped out of my position to the dollar, to the cent, and we're going to show it to you. And then obviously we gained it all back on the next trade, but still, it was absolutely super frustrating. One of the most frustrating stop outs I've ever seen happen. And we're going to talk about it, right? So with that being said, if you are here from the future, hello from the past. We appreciate everybody that showed up after the stream is done, and especially the people that showed up live. If you're here on Twitter, make sure you scroll up, smash that follow button. Seriously, we're giving out the levels. We're giving out the trades. We're doing this stuff almost every single day. I can let my guys tell you. I don't even have to tell you. Tell them, Ray, we do this a day, right? Even if we don't stream, we're still pretty much taking trades every day. So we still do this a day, right? With that being said, I'm just going to let Kanye tell you why I should be the person that you watch.
I've been doing this more than you. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't been doing the education. You ain't been doing the education.
If you're wondering why you should watch me instead of other trading or crypto YouTubers, Kanye just told you why. Because I've been doing an education. Have you? Have you been doing an education? And I'm going to give you my resume really quick before we get into the charts, okay? Because there are some make or break levels on Bitcoin right now and altcoins, okay? If you have altcoins you want me to look at, drop them in the comments section right now. I'm in a trade right now. What kind of trade do you think that I am in right now? Drop that in the comments section. Lock your answers in, and then I'll tell you my qualifications here in just a second. If you're here on YouTube, make sure you smash the like button. Same thing on Twitter. And if you're here on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe, and then boom, baby, bang on that notification bell. You know what I'm saying? Twitter people follow. Scroll up, hit the follow button. It's not hard to do. I appreciate you. Now, if you want to know my qualifications, you're not going to find my qualifications anywhere else. Okay, I can promise you that. Adrian Kent knows what time it is. He's saying, yeah, I know your qualifications. I have a master's degree, okay? I have a master's degree in basket weaving from basketweaving.com online university. Graduated summa cum laude, top of my class, 3.93 GPA. Go check my LinkedIn, baby. It's on there, right? A distinguished alumni of basketweaving.com online university, the premier online basket weaving university. Master's degree, check. I was the president of the bowling club, or the bowling league, right? I was also very, very high profile position. I always save this one for second. I was a secretary of the badminton club, okay? That's a high profile position, okay? No one has the extracurriculars that I do. I also went 3 times. Now, I was a 4-year degree. I get that, right? I had to go 4 years and then 2 extra years to get my master's. So half of the time I did this, right? 3-time all conference, okay? Crocheting. I'm just saying I've got the resume. Who else has got a resume like that? Nobody. Do you? I do. Okay. So now that we have my qualifications out of the way, we can get into the charts, okay? But we always have to get the qualifications out of the way, all right? So you know who you're watching and why. Basket weave. Boom, right? And if you're parched, if you came to this stream thirsty for some gains and thirsty for some levels and some trades, my friend, you came to the right place, because you can quench that thirst with some refreshing spring water, artisan spring water, Aquapana. From the bosom of Tuscany, Italy herself. Centuries of protection on this stream by none other than the Medici family. Thank you, Lorenzo de' Medici, for bringing us the Renaissance. Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael, Michelangelo, Botticelli, right? Thank you for bringing us Aquapana, natural artisan spring water, and bringing it to the DW channel. Sponsor me, Aquapana. I just want water, okay? If I have a choice, in between money and the water, I'm going to take the water every day. I can go find and make some money, okay? I need the water. Okay, it's very expensive. That being said, let's get into the charts, all three theatrics aside. Appreciate you all. Let me get all this stuff off of here and stop giving you guys spoiler alerts as to what's going on. All right? Damn it. I already screwed it up, man. Okay, we're on the 15-minute chart. We're going to go to the hourly. We're going to go to the hourly chart. And if you want to see some cool stuff on some gold, I can show you some cool stuff on some gold. I probably got a video coming on gold here soon. If you know anything about me, you know I like that gold, baby. Gold all in my chain. Gold all in my ring. Gold all in my watch. Watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Trinidad James. All right. Let's see what we got. Whoops. That's the wrong parallel channel, my friend. That's the wrong one. We could probably edit this a little bit right here. Ooh, that was a pivot point. That was a pivot point. You see that bad boy? Blick up. We just rejected. Well, we haven't rejected from it yet, but could there be a potential rejection from that? Right, huh? Right, huh? Right, huh? There could be. We'll see. Let's see if we can get this thing right. Okay, boom. Yeah, I mean, we're inside of that channel now. Again, that's not what I wanted to show you, though. This is what I wanted to show you. Whoops! Blick up! Oh, my bad. We actually took gains down here. Position. History. We took 665 in gains. But, there's a but, okay? As awesome of a trade as this was, okay? 665 on a $3,000 trade, 0.3 BTC. We actually got one of the worst stop outs in stop out histories right here to the tune of about $500 lost. We took that loss, baby. We took that loss, 530. And if you notice where we stopped out, $98,452. I need a media asset.
How, Sway? You ain't got the answers, man.
How, Sway? How'd you stop out there? Look at the high on this, okay? The high on this is $98,452 friggin' dollars. When I say that I stopped out at the absolute freaking high, man, I did. And then it reversed right back to where I was. And when I saw that happen, I was like, actually, I didn't sigh. I was more like this.
Damn, Daniel, back at it again with the white bands. Spicy, man. Damn.
That's a spicy stop out, man. Damn, Bitcoin. Stopped me at it again.
Like, I'm feeling a little irked, or at least like irked adjacent, and then these guys bringing their bad vibes. Bro, I'm straight up not having a good time.
Straight up not having a good time, man. Stopped out to the penny. That's crazy. That's crazy. Who does that? Come on, man. So anyways, we reversed it. We took our gains, whatever. It's all good. We lost 530. Live 530. I'll get out of the way so you can see it. 530. Right? And no, we're not talking about PM. Then we took a little 660. All right. That was good. That was good gains, whatever. Now we're reversing it. Okay. Now we are reversing it and we are longing it. We're getting in that long position. I'm going to show you why. We're also shorting gold. And I'll show you why. I have to do the singing because I can't put Justin Timberlake on the channel anymore because they copyright my stuff. So, sorry, JT. I'd love to loop you in, brother, but I can't. Okay, and he's a very talented individual. All right, you should be paying attention to JT if you're not. Okay, so where's my down? Yeah, okay. So why? How, Sway? How, Sway? If you okay. So here's why I got stopped out. I started entering right here on my short, right? Because I was like, okay, we front ran this. We're probably going to come up here and take this out. But rather than doing that, if we front ran this, we front run it again, right? I want to get my position. Greedy, I know. And then I got shooken out of it, right? Because I was like Donna Goodo.
I cannot see, I'm legally blind. my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm innocent.
And I was like, all right, I'm going to set my stop loss up here. No, Drew, you should have set your stop loss outside of it just a little bit, right? But, you know, whatever. I thought I had it covered. I did not. So then I entered again right here. Boom. And then we came and wrote it down to here. And then we took profits. I actually took profits early. I took profits at 95.4. Okay, I believe exactly. Where's the thing at? Come on, Big Gig. Yeah, 95.4 is where I took my profits, which is fine. And why did I do that? Because of this previous swing low. I was just like, all right, if we hit this swing low again and then it bounces, I'm gonna be super irked adjacent. I be irked adjacent, right? Straight up not having a good time.
I'm feeling a little irked, or at least like irked adjacent, and then.
So like I would have been pretty irked adjacent if we didn't get the full extension down here to the trend channel and then the bounce. So I was like, okay, I'll just exit there and I'll start entering my long position here. And then once we get down here, I know that my thesis is wrong. And that's where we stop out of that long position. And I'll show you what I mean by that. We stop out of that long position at about 94,265. And I think we're risking a couple $100 on it. So we stand to make 350. Or we stand to make 764. We're risking 350 on it. No big deal. No harm, no foul. If we get stopped out, it is what it is. I need to make those gains back, though, because I took 2 stop out losses up here that were absolutely horrendous losses that just really irked adjacented me. Had me run around looking like Ricky Bobby.
Mr. Bobby, come on down here.
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah! Help me, Tom Cruise!
This is going downhill fast.
This is going downhill fast, man. I mean, I was literally running around like that in my underwear, in my come get me's, in my, you know, my mansies, right? My tidy whities. I was running around like that. I didn't have a helmet on, right? I probably should have because I felt like banging my head off of a wall. But yeah, I was literally running around outside. My wife was asking me what I was doing. I said, find Tom Cruise. Find Tom Cruise. Help me, Tom Cruise. You can't help me. I need Tom Cruise. What is crazy? Scientology magic. They stopped me out. Now I'm trying to go back up here. All right. So here we go. With that being said, we also just hit the 0.618 fib. Okay. Last time we hit the 0.618 fib, yet again, boom, we came down, bam, back up to the value area high, right? Or the 0.382, my bad. My bad. This is 0.382. So, I mean, you're going to see at the very least, potentially, you hit this 0.618. If you bounce, you're heading to the 0.5, you're heading to the point of control, and you're heading to the 0.382, which subsequently is going to be running into this downward sloping trend channel, the top end of it, right? So eventually these channels tend to break out, okay? And what do I mean by that? Let's take this off of here and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. And this is the value area high of our range. This is the value area low of our range. This is the point of control, okay? Right around 97.4. So after so many times of riding the bottom end of this channel, right, they tend to break out, okay? And it usually does that on about the 4th, maybe 5th hit on that range. So you've got your first hit over here, second hit here, you had a kiss here, 4th hit here, and then maybe on this 5th hit could be when you're breaking out, right? Now, there's obviously the downside risk to this. You lose this channel, you come back down to the point of control. So that's why I was saying on my thumbnail, 92K, or in my title, 92K is in play. And honestly, 89K is in play, about 89.4 right here on this trend channel that dates back pretty decently far. And if you've been watching for long enough, you know what that trend channel's from, right? So look at this trend channel. I mean, very, very well respected trend channel. Boom, 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 boom. Hit it, kissed it here. You know, you set a higher low here. Do we set a higher low here and then pump back up? Do we get outside of this range? I don't know. Look at the baby. Who knows, right? But we'll figure it out, man. I want to look at the daily chart really quick before we start getting into everybody's requests. I know we got a couple of requests in here. Boom. Yeah. Dude, this is funny. In the docs obtained by TMZ, the woman claims Kanye West once texted her and another Jewish staffer in a group chat. Welcome to the first day of working for a very bad person in human history. What? Dude, Kanye is wild, bro. Kanye is wild. We're going to get to Link here in just a second. Anybody that has anything else they want us to look at, drop it in the comments section. Let me know what you think. If you called out, if you said Drew's in a long trade, you were absolutely correct. If you said Drew has braids, you are also absolutely correct. You're welcome. Yeah. So daily chart. Okay, let's look at the daily. Okay, so I mean, not much not much to see on the daily. We do have kind of like an upward. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that this is, you know, trending upwards, right? Like you could draw it from here. This is like a pivot point all the way through here. Boom. I mean, yeah, you do have kind of like a little pivot point right here, if you want to call it that. I can't call it. Ah, man, I got to get that guy. Kai the Hitchhiker, man. I got to get him. So, I mean, that's going to run you right into the point of control, or the value area low, right at about $93,000. So, you know, you come down here, you could potentially bounce, is my point. On the daily, let's see if we got any red dots, green dots. Yeah, so there's a green dot printed on the daily right here, but we did fall massively right after that. We've got RSI trending downwards, nothing crazy to see here, really. You've got higher high or higher lows. Are you setting lower highs on the RSI at the same time? No. I mean, technically, you could say higher lows. Yeah. Now everything looks pretty standard here. No hidden bullish divergences. No super intense bearish divergences, other than the obvious one that's right here, right? Blick up all the way down, and then you can see, bam. You know, that's a very clear as day bearish divergence, but is that played out here? Did we play that out? We could have, absolutely. So that's Bitcoin on the daily. Let me see, actually. I want to see what Market Cipher B is saying. Okay, so you've got momentum waves that are getting bigger, right? So there's no hidden, like, let's see. I mean, is that a hidden bullish divvy right there? Yeah. I mean, to me, that looks like a hidden bull div. We could be going up here, man. We could be going up. Yeah, I mean, that's a hidden bull div, right? Whenever these are getting bigger and you're setting higher lows, right? That's a hidden bull div. I mean, potentially. Or maybe it's a hidden bear div, actually. That would suck. Hold on. Let me look at that again. I might have said that backwards. This might be a hidden bearish divergence, because your technical bearish divergence is higher highs, right? And then lower lows. So you've got higher lows. Let me see, higher lows here. And then what did I say we had on Market Cipher? Lower lows. Ooh, yeah, my bad. That's a hidden bearish divergence. That is my bad. We could definitely see that coming out in the wash here soon. So let's get off of there. I want to show you how we invalidate that, right? So the first and foremost way to invalidate that is you take out this low, right? And that invalidates it right there. So your low is at $91,000. So if you take out $91,000, that hidden bearish divergence is no longer in play, right? So that's good. So yeah, you drop below 91, that quickly, not like after you pump up here and then drop to 91. That's still a bearish divergence. Yeah, that sucks. So there is a hidden bear div. That's it's not awesome, right? And then the last thing that you want to see is this thing is going to start going up here, and then if you make a bigger one, that's even worse, right? So what you want to see is this come up and then get smaller, right? Or yeah, that's really what you want to see on the daily chart, at least. Let's look at the 4 hour, see where our moving averages are. Okay, let's turn some of this stuff off. Okay, so we are below the 50, the 100, and the 200. The 100 just crossed below the 200. I mean, honestly, like, we didn't take out this low yet either. So if you look at this low right here, we can actually put the magnet tool on, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. We did not take out this low yet. Barely. Like Donna Goodo would say, literally. Barely. We barely held that low, right? I mean, by like dollars, right? Maybe by like $100. So we held that low. You've got a little, you know, green coming in here, but you do have some massive bearish candlesticks here. So my bias is that we bounce from here, and this is just my bias. You can do whatever you want. My bias is we bounce from here, and we bounce from this 0.618, and we come back up to the 0.5 and then continue downwards potentially. Now, I mean, you could come all the way up here to the 0.382, right? At about $98,000. And I think that's where I'm trying to take profits, is at about 97K, which is front running this. And if you look, that's where the 9 moving average is on the, whatever this is called, the 4-hour chart. So let's look at the hourly. Let's see how those moving averages are playing out on the hourly. Again, you know, like things in this market can change very quickly. So we've got the 200, the 100, and the 50. We just lost all of them. I mean, this thing's a friggin' magnet. Let me see if I can find my moving averages. Where's my 9? Or my 20? The 20 is a magnet, man. Where's the 20? Why don't I have the 20 moving average on here? That sucks. Let me just pull up my indicators template. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna have to turn some stuff off because I'm sure VWAP is on there. I mean, you're way out overextended from the VWAP too. VWAP's at 9660. You tagged it, lost it, boom. And if you watch VWAP, which is the white line, I mean, it literally, let me get some of this other stuff off of here so I don't start confusing you. So you don't look like Alan from The Hangover whenever he was gambling. But once you get overextended from it, it snaps back to VWAP. You get overextended, snaps back, lose it, overextended, snaps back, right? So, I mean, I'm favoring at the very least a nice little move up to, you know, 96,000, 96.5 here. The 20 is all the way up here, and the 20 is a friggin' magnet. I mean, you can see how price just rides that 20, snaps bound, boom, right back up to it, snaps, bam, right back down to it, snaps up, bam, right back up to it, boom. The 20 is all the way up here. So that's kind of my point. I think 96.5-ish. I might actually alter my profit targets on this. I think 96.5-ish could be a good place to be taking profits, in my opinion, right now. And let's see if there's a Fibonacci level that lines up with that. Yep. So the 0.5. So yeah, I like that. I also would like to pull a Fibonacci from where they stopped me out like a Goomba. Yeah, 0.5 is at 96.6, and the 0.8 is at, or 0.618, which is the golden pocket, $97,000. So, I mean, I would probably like start legging out right here. Maybe I take half profit here at 96.6. You know, it might not even get there. It might totally reverse on me, to be honest with you, and just totally screw me over. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. But that's it. That's what we're seeing. Let's go look at Chainlink. I know you wanted me to look at Chainlink. Let's look at it on Binance. Yeah. I'm actually going to turn VWAP off. I mean, I'm favoring the same thing here. Whoa. What is going on? This chart is tweaking, man. It's tweaking. I'm favoring the same thing on Chainlink right here, just from a macro perspective. I mean, you're setting a higher low here. You're breaking market structure. You tapped right here, right? So, I mean, this is kind of like an order block that you came and you set a lower low, and then you came right back to that order block and tagged it again, which is right here. I mean, if you look, tagged it almost exactly. Boom. Right? So I would be favoring upside on Chainlink right this second. Doesn't necessarily mean that I would be favoring it all the time, right? But, you know, we're talking about right damn now. Right damn now, man. All right, let's pull this. Yeah, I mean, that thing hit perfectly. It hit perfectly. There's a bounce point right here, but you also have to remember, you also have this. Okay, so just know that there is a wedge here And there is a decision point somewhere in this vicinity. Now, do you go up or down from here? It's favoring downside to a certain extent, just because it's in kind of like a micro downtrend, right? But anybody want to guess what happened here after you took this big dump? I bet you it retraced to the 0.618. You want to bet me a kiss on the lips on it? No one wants to bet me a kiss on the lips on that, because I'm gonna win that bet every single time. Okay, let me zoom out just a little bit so I can get this top. Pucker up. Pucker up. That's right. Nobody moves. Nobody gets hurt. Holster that. Sorry about that. Got a little excited. Don't mean to be threatening people. But we did retrace to 0.618, like I said. Came to the 0.618. Boom. Came down to the 0.382. Guess what happened? To the 0.5. Came down, lost 0.382. Guess what happened? Hit the 0.236. Hit 0.382. Bounce off 236. Might be reversing market structure here to head back up to that old 0.5. What is going on? Why is my internet tweaking, man? Well, that was wild. Okay, so here you go. This is your potential long position. If you want to long here. You want to long some of that Bitcoin, man? You want to long some of that chain link, huh? Is that what you want to do today? You let me know and I'll give you the trade, man. That's all you got to do. All right. Check it out, man. Here it is. All right. We going to the 0.5 here. We going to the 0.5. We going to set our risk to reward below this previous swing low. Because you know, if you don't know, you're about to know. Okay? You broke market structure right around here. Okay? Whenever you came up here, let's see if you took out the previous swing high. As if you did, you're in business, brother. I don't think you did. I don't think you did. Let's look at the swing high. Give me my magnet tool, man. You did not. You did not. This ain't prime for a long right now. It ain't prime for a long. This might be a short right here. You short right there? Yeah. But if that Bitcoin decides to start pumping, brother, this thing might start going with it. All right. We gonna see. We gonna see. You could enter right here on a retest if you wanted. But if you go below here, you don't want to be in this trade anymore because it's showing downtrend. You've lost 0.236 and you have broken outside of the wedge. It's favoring downside. So if you want a long here, I get it, man. I get it. But I think the safer play is see what Bitcoin does. If Chainlink comes up here, I think the safer play is to short it there. And then put your stop loss above the previous swing high right about here, right? And then boom. Ride it down here to those new, either these swing lows or to new lows after that even further. So, I mean, you got two different trades that you could take here, you know, in my opinion, but I think the safer play is to just see what happens here. And if you're trying to, you know, take a position up here, is it worth potentially scalping this and taking some profits? I mean, it would be if you got this entry, if you could get that entry or close to it. Say you get an entry here, boom. You see what I'm saying? So let's go see what's up with some hype token. I think that's Hyper Liquid. It's a decentralized exchange, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Hyper USDT. Let's see if we got it on some Bybit. We're gonna look at it on some Bybit chart. We might already have a chart on this though. See if we got it on the KuCoin. We don't. hype USD. Do we got it on the BitGet? Do we? On the BitGet, we do. Look at that. Look at that, man. Boom. Literally gave you the trade on hype last time, and it absolutely killed it, man. Look at that. Drew's an absolute animal, man. He said, yo, you take your long right here, man. And he scribbles a bunch of stuff on there to make it make sense for you. He scribbled it. The prophecy has been fulfilled. You heard it here first. DW, baby. All right. Anyways, zoom out. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let's get this BS off of here. Get this off of here too. Bam. Yeah, I threw a lot of scribbles on here. Whoever got me on this last time, they got me excited. It's so exciting. All right, where's VWAP? Get this off of here. Okay. So I basically said, look, you retrace to the 0.236. If you get it back, if you come up here and you get a back test of it, you can enter. Place your stop loss below these previous swing lows, right? Pretty simple. You long it, boom, you target the 0.618, you take profits at the 0.5 if it doesn't give you the 0.618, as evidenced here. Boom, you take profits here, maybe you get here, maybe you don't. If you keep running, you can target the 0.786, right? Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple, my man, my friend. So anyways, you got paid off on this. If you didn't take profits here, like, you suck. Yeah, you always take profits whenever you see stuff starting to roll over. I mean, essentially what happened is it front ran the 0.618. That's all that happened. It's pretty self-explanatory. Front ran it by about, a couple bucks, maybe, not even. All right, where'd it come? 28.50. It front ran it by 62 cents. Yeah, if you didn't take profit, you suck. So yeah, I mean, you've got a little upward sloping, stuff right here. Little upward sloping stuff. Okay. Super technical. I know that is the basket weaving degree. Give me a break. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would say if Bitcoin's running, entering at the 0.236 is not a bad play. Why? Because if you get over here, I mean, this will be on Monday of next week, though. So, I mean, entering right here wouldn't necessarily be a bad play. But once you start taking those lows out, that's where you don't want to be in this anymore, right? So say you enter here and then you come down right here. That's where you want to stop out. You're going to want to stop out like right here. If you're taking a long here to target, either the 0.5, 0.618, you want to stop out right down here, okay? And at the very least, you want to stop out under this swing low, right? That's that. I mean, it's pretty simple. This one's pretty simple. It's trending up is the crazy part, right? It is trending up. Let's see if we can copy and paste this. See if this lines up. I mean, for the most part, it does. Like if you look at it, I mean, for the most part, this thing does kind of line up. Now, you have a couple of, outliers here. You wicked through it here. But I mean, yeah, this would be targeting this 0.618, man. This is your trade. We know we killed it on this one, right? But I mean, this is your trade right here on this. And this is a super low risk to reward, in my opinion. I mean, you can even set your stop loss here if you want, but I would set it right outside of this channel and just trail it up the channel. I would not set it above these swing lows, though. You're targeting the 0.618. You got a 6x risk to reward on this bad boy. That's hype, baby. That's hype. That's that. I mean, that's hype in a nutshell. In a niggity nutshell. The nizzies, right? The nizzy shell. Okay? For all you squirrels out there. All you squirrels out there trying to chase some nuts, right? That is your nut. That is hype in a nutshell. Let's look at some other stuff. I called the top on gold. I didn't call the top on gold. I just said that it looks like a near-term top today. And then I entered a short position on gold. I entered the short position, I believe, right Where were we? I think it was right here. Once we got below the 0.382, boom. We came back tested it. I was like, okay, rejection. Targeting at the very least 0.618, right? Be nutted. Been nutted. The hype, man. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, this is like near-term top on gold, is my opinion. And I'll show you why, okay? Because I'm not just going to give you, like, baseless BS. So earlier today, whenever I was looking at this is what is called a topping tail candle, okay? So when does this actually close? An hour and a half from now. But if this stays how it is, okay, this is basically going to be a topping tail candle on the daily chart. That's a bearish, super bearish candle. So what do we need to happen? I mean, well, let's do the math. Calculator. Let me whip out my calculator. Right? Okay, so the high of this is 2942.59. 2942.59. The low of this is 2881.66. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm subtracting the high from the low, right? So then if the low is at 2881.66, am I tripping? I am not. So, okay, now we need to divide this by 4, okay? And I'll tell you why here in a second. Give me a break, man. Let me do my math. $15.23. So if you add that $15.23 to the low, which is 2881.66, okay? Where's the plus sign? Plus 2881.66. As long as we close below essentially $2,700, that is a topping tail candle. Why? Because for a topping tail to be valid, your close has to be in the lower 25% of it. That's one thing that Gareth Soloway teaches, right? He taught that to me, so I'm saying it here. Don't shoot the messenger. All right? So if we close below 28.97, that's the topping tail. This coming in at an all-time high with bigger volume than the preceding candles around it, right? All of those candles, this candle was, you know, about the same size. But all these other preceding candles have smaller volume than this one does. That's a very bearish sign, and that's where you want to be shorting, right? Now, where could you be going? Right here. About $2,718, right? To your previous all-time high. Or at the very least, I mean, you could be coming here to, yeah, I mean, wait, no, my bad. This is the previous all-time high. That is my bad. I didn't zoom out far enough. $2,787, which is the previous all-time high. Now, if you are shorting here, right? And then also, if you look at this fib retracement, boom. We smashed it in the 2.618, right? Not awesome. So we front ran it a little bit. You can kind of see where my lines are. There's the 1.618, which is just above that, right? So anyways, here's my point. Let me do my thing. Let me do my thiggity thing, man. Here's your retracement points. 0.618 is just under 27.25, right? And guess what? The 0.382 is right at $2,807, which is just above that all-time high, that previous all-time high. So this is probably your range, right? In the $2,890 range up to about $2,806. You got about a $15 range there. If you ride this thing down to there, I mean, you could catch a bounce here, come back up here, boom, and then come down to the 0.618. So, I mean, I would be taking profits here in a short position. That's that. We won't talk too much about gold. I know people are going to probably be like, it's boring, man. Who cares about gold, man? But guess what? None of you guys are giving me anything to look at in the comment section. I only got 2 requests, man. So I'm trying to look at some gold. Got my gold chain, right? So, yeah, I mean, that's gold in a nutshell for all you squirrels out there that are looking at that. You know, check it out. Do your thing. I entered at 2805. Actually, I can tell you what my entry was. Give me 1 second. Is this touchscreen? No, it is not. I hate that my screens aren't touchscreen. 1 second. I'll tell you where I entered. Come on, man. Is this thing not going to load? Seriously? Come on, dude. It's a terrible platform. Okay, so here we go. Hell yeah, man. I'm in $50 of profit. Okay, so I entered at 29.06. Okay, so my entry is going to be better than yours unless you can get another good entry. I don't know. Do your thing. Do whatever you want to do. BGB. Adrian Kent. Okay, I think we have a chart on this. I got to find... Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so this short never played out. We never got the entry on that. That's invalid, so you never got your entry. That sucks. But I basically said, look, there's a decision point. Either you're going up or you're going down. Oh, thanks for the friggin'... Dude, thank you so much for the profound, comment, man. We're either going to go up... Oh, man, or we're going to go down. Drew's a genius, man. Did you hear that? Did you hear how profound that was? The masters in basket weaving? The basket weaving master says we're either going up or we're going down, man. All jokes aside, talk to me nice, okay? Because I'm just here bringing you gains. Put a free 99. You don't even have to pay anything for these gains, man. We're on the gains train, okay? So the reason why I say there's a decision point is like so I'm not saying we're just either going to go up or down. I'm saying we're going to make a big move, either up or down, like a big move. And that we did. We did do that. Figgity facts, man. Figgity facts. 20% move up. That's what I mean. Whenever you have these inflection points on these wedges, this is a squeeze. It is squeezing price into a wedge. Boom, right? Bow. It's going to be a big move one way or the other. So, this is where you can take straddles, or what I call schlonging it. Who's going to whip out their schlong today, right? Well, nobody right this second. I mean, we'll see. We'll see in a second if there's any schlongs to whip out. My point is that you could have entered a long and a short, and then your long could have stopped out here, your short could have stopped out here, and then you ride the rest of the move up, right? Or you ride the rest of the move down, right? And then the way that you can get your profit target from this, I'll show you, is literally, okay, where are we at? From about here to here, okay? That's going to be your profit target. You measure from the bottom end of the channel to the top end of the channel where you got your second touch point, right? And where would that put you? Somewhere around here. You're looking at $8.87. So maybe that's over, maybe it's too much, right? But you got 50% of that move, right? And if you don't take profits, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know anybody that doesn't take profits. Well, I know broke people don't take profits, but I take profits. Okay. See what happened here. I bet you this retraced to the 0.786. Who wants to bet me a kiss on the lips? Nobody, because they know I'm going to win that bet. Okay? I guarantee you this retraced to 0.786, right? Now, it actually overtraced it. Let's be real. Okay? Boom. It overtraced it. 0.786, baby. 0.786, baby. All right. Now we're capitulating in between the 0.618 and the 0.786. I mean, there's no trade here, in my opinion. There's no trade right this second. If you lose the 0.618, here's your trades, right? You've lost every single moving average, right? You get a rejection here, you come down here, you back test it, boom, you can short. Come down here to the 0.5, right? At about $5.95. That is a long-term swing low support, right? Long-term swing low support. You've also got a long-term swing low support here at about $6.12. So that's kind of my point. You lose that, you're coming down here, you probably come to the 0.382 to about $5.73, right? Secondarily, if you can pump up here, right? If you come down here and then you hit a bounce, boom, you're targeting the 0.786 and then even potentially these highs over here. Okay, that would help you break market structure, okay? Because you've got a low, I'll show you. You've got a high, you've got a low, you've got a lower high, then you have a higher low, right? But then you have a lower high and then a lower low. Now you have another lower high, but over here you have a higher low. So, I mean, is that favoring upside? I think no. I think it's favoring indecision. I wouldn't be touching this at this point. I would be waiting to see what's going to happen, right? That's just my bias. That's just my opinion. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, even the 0.618, you still haven't gotten this yet. So, I mean, entry point for a long would probably be more like in the $6.15 range. Boom, ride it up. And if you look, that's right at the same range as this support. Okay, this long-term kind of swing low support. Then you've got your swing low support at about $6.08. So yeah, that's what I would be doing right now. I wouldn't be doing too much with BGB. So yeah, I mean, that's BGB in a nutshell as well. Let's go back to Bitcoin, see what's going on with the big dog, Big Daddy. The big dog Bitcoin, baby. That Bitcoin, brother. We got about what, 3? Is that 3 now? 3 Gary Cardone impressions on one stream. That's pretty darn good, right? Let me know if there's something you want me to look at in the comment section. Seriously.
I'm innocent. I ain't do nothing. I don't know what's going on. All I know is my side of the story. I can't tell no other story. I'm innocent. And Mama, I love you. P.O.P. Hold it down. Right, these all good people, boy, baby, for life.
Mom, I love you. Shout out to my mom. My mom's awesome. She's dope. Shout out to my wife too. My wife's also just as dope. Very hard person to get insurance for, though. Very hard person to get insurance for, my wife. Because every time we go into a building, she burns it down because she be smoking. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. You know, you got to get special insurance every time we go out to eat. I got to call ahead. Say, yo, she's coming. All right. Do you have a stone building? Do you have the proper sprinklers and fittings inside of there? Have you tested your fire alarms lately? Because I'm taking her out to dinner tonight at your establishment. I don't want there to be any problem. So with that being said, let's check out what's going on here. So here's a fun story. I actually talked to my buddy who trades in a much different manner than I do. Okay. And I said, hey, dude, I would like your take on why Big Daddy Drew, old Drew Dog, old Drew Down, old DW, old D-Dubs, old Dubs himself, right, got stopped out to the penny, and how I could have stopped that from happening. I think I know how I could stop it from happening, but I'd like to hear your opinion. And he said, dude, here's what happened, bro. You set a terrible high right here, and you front ran your parallel channel. Not that one. Freaking bull flag, man. Get out of here. There you go. You front ran that, right? So when you set highs like this, in his words, right? When you set highs like this, they normally get taken out because that's liquidity, right? And, you know, those highs were right over here too, right? So he was like, look, essentially what happened is you set these poor highs, right? Then you came down, you set a low, right? Then you set a lower high, but you set a higher low here. And then you set a higher high and a higher low. It was favoring another higher high. So this is like where you would be setting your stop loss, right? Above this previous swing high, right? So setting it outside of that is better, right? It would have been safer. But what would have been even safer is not entering the position on these ranges right here, right? This range right here, because it's about to take this out, right? Where you got stopped out, it was about to take it out. Okay, cool. Well, that's not where I got stopped out. I got stopped out here. But my point is that he said, okay, and then you see it curl, right? Curled back to the downside. And then guess what it did? It set a lower low over here. Set a lower high, first off, swing low, right? Higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low, then bearish engulfing pattern, right? Or bearish pattern right here. Show you what I'm talking about. So this is a bearish engulfing candle right here that bearishly engulfed all of this stuff right here and almost this entire range right here, right? So that's a bearish sign, and it helped you lose the 50 moving average. Then you got your 3 red candles right in a row that took out your previous swing lows, right? All of them. Boom. This is where you enter instead. So instead of entering, I got mine at like 97.7. So I entered here. He said this is where it would have been a better entry for you because now you can guarantee that that move's going down, right? And that move, boom, down it went, right? And then what you also saw here is a bear flag. And if you take the staff of that bear flag and you copy and paste it here, this would have been your price target right here, which is right where I took profits. Actually, it's not. Yeah, I did. I took profits at 95.4-ish right here. So, I mean, that's the gist of it. That's what, you know, just so that everybody understands, you know, what I could have done to not get stopped out there and not be dumb. That's what I could have done, apparently. And I would have been in a much better position. So I like that, actually. I'm a lifelong learner. I try to teach everybody what it is that I learn on the stream so that you can apply it and use it if you so choose. And I appreciate everybody showing up and supporting, you know, the channel. Seriously. If you're here from Twitter, scroll up and hit the follow button for me, please. I appreciate that. That's the one thing that I ever ask of people. I don't shill you a bunch of stuff except for some beautiful, refreshing Aquapana, which I get nothing for except for your beautiful love, appreciation, and your good health so that you can continue showing up to the streams. Only thing I ask, Twitter people, go up, hit that follow button. People on YouTube, man, just make sure you like the video. Obviously, subscribe to the channel, and then boom, bang on that notification bell, baby. Comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. If there's something I missed, let me know. I appreciate it. So with that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day. And I will hopefully, if I don't get pulled in 17 directions tomorrow, hopefully I will see you in the stream tomorrow. Everybody have a good day. Peace.